Hi everyone, this is Naz with Peak Realty and welcome to my kitchen today. Hi everyone, welcome back. So today, instead of cooking, we're gonna do some baking and we're gonna be making a delicious banana cake. This banana cake is absolutely scrumptious. It's topped with a cream cheese icing and of course walnuts. So let's get started. So firstly, I like to start off by lining my pan here with parchment paper and greasing the edges. So I like to use this 10-inch pan here with a removable bottom. Okay, so I'm just gonna measure out the parchment paper here. Make sure that the bottom is covered in parchment paper. Tighten it back up and then cut the edges off. There you go. So now I'm just going to take a little piece of the parchment paper that I've cut off. So I'm just going to grab some butter on my parchment paper. Put some butter here on my parchment paper and start greasing the edge of the pan to prevent sticking. Alright, so there you go. Now that our pan is lined with parchment paper and the sides are greased, we can start putting our ingredients together. Okay guys, so we're gonna mix the majority of our wet ingredients together. So we're gonna start off by creaming our sugar and butter and vanilla. And then we're going to add our mashed bananas, our sour cream, and then as we're beating, one by one, each egg, okay? So here we're adding 3/4 of a cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So we're gonna cream that together using an electric beater. Don't start off on high because then your mixture will splatter everywhere. Start off on low, and then if you need to increase the speed as you go, then go ahead and do so. Right? So now that our sugar, our butter, and vanilla are mixed together, we are going to start adding our mashed bananas, my sour cream, and as I'm beating individually, I'm gonna add my eggs. So here we have 1.5 cups of mashed bananas, which usually equals to about 3 large bananas. And then a 1/2 cup of sour cream. And this really adds a lot of moisture to your cake so you don't end up with a dry banana cake. Okay, so now that we have our bananas in here and sour cream, we're going to start beating and individually adding the eggs. Remember to start off on low, because you don't want to end up with batter all over your kitchen. All right, so there you go. That is our wet ingredients all mixed together there. And now we're going to focus on our dry ingredients. So in our bowl here, we have 3 cups of flour, and to this, we're gonna add a half teaspoon of baking powder. Next, we're gonna add 1 full teaspoon of baking soda. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I use a fork to combine all of my dry ingredients. Just mix that up in there. All right, so now that we've combined all of our dry ingredients, we're gonna add this to our wet ingredients, but we're gonna do it in 3 parts, alternating with our milk. In this bowl, we have 1 cup of milk. And then 1/3 of our cup of milk here. So in between us adding the dry ingredients and the milk, we're gonna also be mixing. Okay, so now we're gonna mix our second part into our batter. 1/3 of the milk. So when mixing your cake batter, you don't want to over-mix it, because if you do, then that will create a very tough cake. So you just want to make sure that you've combined all your dry ingredients with your wet ingredients. Once that's done, you are done mixing. Okay, so now we're gonna add our last bit here of our dry ingredients and our last bit milk. Okay, and we're just gonna do one final quick mix. So there's our cake batter for you. Okay, so now we're gonna pour our batter into our pan. Level out your batter so that it's even throughout. Okay, so earlier we preheated the oven to 300 degrees. Now that we've poured our batter into our pan, we're just gonna pop it in the oven. Okay, and we're gonna set our timer to 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay guys, so it will take anywhere from 1 hour and 20 minutes to 1 hour and 45 minutes to bake this cake. Every oven is different, so every cake will bake differently. Now, at 1 hour and 20 minutes, you wanna just do the toothpick test, where you insert a toothpick into the middle of the cake. If it comes out clean, time to take it out. If it comes out with cake batter on it, continue baking the cake in 5-minute intervals. So while the cake is baking, we're gonna start making our cream cheese icing. So what you're gonna need is 2 1/4 cups of icing sugar, 3/4 of a cup of cream cheese at room temperature, and 3 tablespoons of butter, again at room temperature, and lastly, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So we're gonna combine all of these ingredients, and then we're just going to blend it with a beater, with a mix, with a blend beater.
Okay, do that again.
So we're gonna blend this all together using our beater, and we want to keep beating this until the icing reaches a very smooth and silk-like texture. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add all of our ingredients together. So icing sugar, cream cheese, butter, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So now we're just gonna blend this together using our beater. again, starting off on low and then working our way up to medium. Okay, got some delicious cream cheese icing. So our cake has been baking for 80 minutes, so we're just gonna take it out of the oven and do the toothpick test, and if we end up with a clean toothpick, it's done. It's right in the center there, all the way to the bottom, and it's completely clean. I like to also feel the top of the cake to make sure that when you lightly press down on the center, that it springs back up. That's also a good indication that it's done. Okay, so we're just gonna remove the rim of the pan, leaving the cake on the base, and we're gonna pop this in the fridge for about an hour and let it cool down before we ice it.
1 hour later.
Our cake is all cooled down, so now it's time to ice it. Okay guys, so the cake is now done. We've iced it with our cream cheese icing and we've topped it with walnuts. So now we just need someone to taste it. So today we're gonna have Dave Dawson. Hello.
I'm excited. I've never got the opportunity to test the cake on video before. So this is a landmark day. I'm very excited, and this looks delicious.
Good,
So,
good. Dave
Yes.
is my sister's boyfriend. He is practically my brother-in-law. I was gonna say son-in-law, but no, my brother-in-law. So Dave, ready to go?
I am. I'm extremely ready to go.
All right.
All right, here we
So
go.
there you go. Let me know how it
Can I get
goes.
This whole thing.
It's all yours.
I'm very excited. Well,
You have to be honest though.
of course.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
be honest.
Well, I can tell it's going to be delicious. I mean, I'm just looking at this, but yeah, no, I'll be honest.
Okay, it does look quite moist.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Cheers, Internet. Horrible. No, it's delicious. It's fantastic. It's so soft. Oh my god, I can't talk. So it's so soft. It's so moist. The icing is delicious. The crunch of the walnuts is like a nice touch. And yeah, this is an A plus.
Awesome! A plus from Dave Dawson.
There you go.
Yay! There you have it. Your banana cake. Anyways, so now that we're done with this recipe, we're just gonna wrap it up. So remember, if you're looking to buy or sell a property, or if you have any questions about today's real estate market, please do not hesitate to contact me. This is Naz with Peak Realty. I'll see you soon.